article, and that one deals with Generals Masemola and Khumalo.
Yes, I've seen it. This was the first time I saw it. That is why I asked, is it true?
Yes, you respond and ask if it's true. This was the morning when your cell phone was stolen. Okay. And then, if you go to page 66. Are you there, General?
Yes.
You'll see there you sent an article related to Mr. Matlala's tender.
Yes.
Okay. Then we'll keep going. If you go to page 67. Are you there, General?
Yes.
At chat 3, you'll see there Sergeant Nkosi sends you an article related to Minister Mkhunu dismissing the crime intelligence boss. So that would be General Khumalo.
Yes,
And
I
you
responded. I saw it on Google.
Yes, General. Thank you. Then if we go to page 68. At chat 1, you'll see there Sergeant Nkosi sends you an article related to Mr. Matlala's tender.
That's correct.
And there they also talk about him being linked to the Tembisa hospitals scandal and the death of Babita Diokara. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. And then also on the same page, if you go down to chat number 5, Sergeant Nkosi sends you a media inquiry related to the tender and cancellation of the tender, as well as an internal audit that was done by SAPS. So if you look at chat 5 on page 68, and then chat 1, 2, and 3 on page 69.
I see, except the 3 is blurry. Chat 3.
Chat 3 is blurry. Okay.
On 69, yeah.
Let me.
But I can see the rest.
Yes. I'll show you. If you go to
Is the one at 127?
yes, 127.
I see. I see.
Yes. And then if you go to page 76,
And there?
you'll see there a very long piece on Mr. Matlala and various allegations that have been made against him or incidents that were linked to him stemming as far back as 2005. Can you see that?
Yes.
Sergeant Nkosi sends this to you. Okay?
Yes.
And then on that same page, my apologies, on page 209 is the next article. And you'll see there is an article related to the PKTT and the implication of police officers in the killing of Sindiso Makak.
Yes.
There too, there are some allegations made up against General Khumalo.
There is.
There are allegations against General Khumalo.
Yes.
Okay.
Not only General Khumalo, but the PKTT, or is that what you refer to as allegations?
Yes, it refers both to the PKTT, General Khumalo. And if you look at the sort of the last half of it, is mainly related to General Khumalo and appointment of family members and things like that. Can you see that?
Yeah, but it's not only about that.
Yes, it
Yeah, it starts
relates
with
to
firearms used to kill
firearm.
Matlala from the crime intelligence and police informants used.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you go to page 210, so just the next page. That is at chat 3.
Yeah.
You'll see there you send to Sergeant Nkosi a link about Musa Khawula.
Yes.
That's when he was arrested.
Yes.
And then still related to Musa Khawula, if I'll take you back to page 38.
I'm at 38.
You'll see at chat 1, you send him, Sergeant Nkosi, an article related to a businessman seeking a warrant of arrest for Musa Khawula. You
Yes.
see that? And then after that, that's immediately followed by a call. That's at chat 2.
Yes.
Okay. In general, what I did is to go through both sets of your chats. So both your work number and your personal number, and looked at all media articles in particular. And the media articles that I found related to, one is the issue of General Khan and his disciplinary. 2, General Khumalo, and to a lesser extent, General Masamula. 3, Mr. Matlala and his contract. 4, they related to the arrest or warrant against Musa Khawula. Those are the 4 themes of articles that you share. So not as general as you put it. They have a particular theme. It's those 4 themes. The only other thing that I could find that I could say media-ish related is like warnings of heat and snakes potentially going into somebody's house. So it's a warning for the weather, people to be aware of snakes coming into the house because of hot weather. And another one was related to scams. Beware of these numbers because they will scam you. But in the main, these are the only 4 topics of articles that you exchange with Sergeant Nkosi. Is
Yes.
there a reason for this?
Right. I will start with the police ones, the first two. The first three.
When you say the police ones, which ones do you mean?
Remember you mentioned the one of General Masimula and General Kuman.
Yes,
And then you mentioned the one of General Musigidi.
yes.
And then
It's General Khan's disciplinary.
General Khan's disciplinary.
Yes,
Yeah, as I indicated on my statement, we will talk about adverse news which are out there about the police. And others will be those which we know, they have been talked in the corridors or whatever, and they've been there circulating on the X and whatsoever as it comes out. So anyhow, there's nothing we can do about it other than sharing it, and the others I can comment, as I commented, to say this is not doing good for our good name as the South African Police Service. So there was nothing into those. And then coming to the one of Musa Khawula, as I've indicated in my statement, I have heard when evidence leaders were leading here, I also complained about it to say, why is there effort or I said I resent implications or that I phoned Mr. Khawula or spoken to Mr. Khawula in any way. I don't know him, I don't have his phone, I never spoken to him. But
General, not to cut you on that, we'll deal with the substance of what happens with Musa Khawula. I would just like to know, in particular, because the two articles that are shared in relation to Musa Khawula are shared by you to Sergeant Nkosi.
Three.
Yes.
Three, not two. Three, starting with that one which I received from Matlala.
But remember, that's not,
Okay.
that you explain as,
Okay.
we'll get to it, where you ask him to assist Mr. Matlala. I'm just saying the two articles that you share relate to Musa Khawula.
Okay, let me be soft in understanding then. I sent two. One, showing that there's this very same character whom I send you a complaint about is on the news again. And then the second one was the same character is being arrested and he was not given bail. So there was nothing into it. I was just relaying because initially I did forward him a complaint when there was an allegation of extortion. So that is why I sent those two. And then regarding Mr. Matlala, as I indicated, I know Mr. Matlala, and Mr. Matlala is known to Sergeant Nkosi, and they seem to be friends. There is some times where we did discuss, more especially when coming to January 2025 coming down, that it can be that there is a lot of writing about this person without anything happening. So we need to be careful around him. Because when you ask him, you indicate that it's just jealous people, there's nothing against me and so forth. Even though, yes, in other cases, like the one of Babita, I was in Gauteng, I knew that suspects were arrested. And then the burning of the hospital, I was involved in the investigation and people were arrested. And the others, I don't know. It will remain suspect until somebody's arrested or there is evidence to prove that. But we did talk to that now and then. And also, as I said, Nkosi is somebody who, when he sees something, he will send to me to say this person. And also, when discussing issues relating to him without him as Mr. Matlala. I think I can stop there. I don't know if I forgot one or I have covered all.
General, you've covered all of them. But for General Khan,
Yeah, also issue of the General Khan. Remember, it was also something which was discussed. You asked me a question, was there a division? It's part of those division, the charging and whatsoever, how it was dealt with became part of that. And it was discussed in the corridors and we knew about it. So, and when stories coming out that there are people who are made to make statements to suit this and that and that, and the court cases to say you cannot use this regulation, use this one, not expeditious and whatsoever. It was playing itself outside there for everybody to see. So we were just sharing something which is happening. So nothing to write home about it.
General, is it then coincidental that if regarders had, let's deal with the SAPS articles, if regarders had to the people who are spoken about in those articles, it appears to be a particular side of generals or grouping of generals that are mainly spoken of in these articles?
No, it is all. It is all. As far as I know, I don't know General Musigidi falling under any class or whatsoever. We go along well with others, but was appearing. Also, our communication has got a slot, or they send on to all email users all articles, good or bad, about SAPS. They print them on daily basis. So
Yes,
it's
General.
not something which is happening between members only. It is there. If I can open my phone, I can also show it will be there. It exists on daily basis. It is there.
General, I don't dispute that there would be articles about generals or even the SAPS in the media every day. It's the fact that in your chats with Sergeant Nkosi, the ones that appear are predominantly, and there's only one about General Musigidi, but they're predominantly about Generals Khumalo, Mkhwanazi, and Masemola,
I think General Masimula, it was once.
twice.
No, I saw once when he sent to me. And then General Khumalo, it was when he was with General Masimula, and the other one when he was alone, with the murder of a police officer on Magako's case, whatsoever and so forth. So I'm not sure if it was 3 times.
General, if regarders had, right, and I don't want to go through the articles again,
Okay.
but there are at least 5 media articles that speak to General Khumalo, 2 of which include General Masemola. Secondly, there's 2 that speak to General Khan. The second one in particular makes allegations against General Khumalo and General Mkhwanazi.
Yeah.
And so in the sea of all the articles about all the generals, these are the generals that appear predominantly in your chats with Sergeant Nkosi. It's not all the articles that you receive, it's these articles that are shared.
Yeah, maybe because others we talk telephonically or when we see each other, but there's nothing special about it. It's only what is happening in the SAPS and so forth. For example, General Khumalo, I think, is the most quietest person like the National Commission, and only focus on the work and discuss work only. I'm talking for my engagement. So it's not somebody who will be too much on whatever. So whatever it was written by him not saying anything or whatsoever, including General Masemola. And I found them to be people who, yeah, I respect a lot. And yeah, but the others, they themselves, they are there outside in the social media. So it's not, there's no any adverse on them reporting, because sometimes when you go out, you are allowing yourself to be exposed out there. But discussing what is being discussed, I don't see it as anything. For me, there was nothing, and I know of the division, and I try to stay on my lane and do my work and not be involved in anyone's corner.
General, do you accept that it can't be coincidental that it's only these articles that are shared when you accept that you get news about SAPS daily?
Yeah,
Right.
I got them from one person. Other persons also forwarded to me.
Then
So
we
maybe
we
when
are
you are
dealing
looking
with the chats that you have
between me and
with
Nkosi.
you and Sergeant
Yeah.
Nkosi, that that's a pattern that has emerged from the articles that you both share with each other.
I disagree. Nkosi
You
sent-
disagree?
yeah,
It happens to be coincidental.
I disagree with the pattern issue. Nkosi sent me what he wanted to send me, and also now this is the development and here is whatsoever. So I don't see a pattern, or we are having something which we are discussing about a person. It's written by somebody, and we are just forwarding it for somebody to see. So I don't see any pattern, unless if ever we're writing it.
General, it can't be that just because it was written about somebody else, it just means you're just sharing it without more. You knew who you were sharing it with. And of course, you knew who Sergeant Nkosi is close to. You are aware of the divisions within, you said tensions. I call them tensions. You say groupings, whatever you choose to call it. You know where Sergeant Nkosi stands. You know who you are sharing these articles with, and you continue to share it with them. And they don't relate to everything. Even on your part, they don't relate to any story about SAPS. They relate to these particular generals.
Yeah, but I have responded on the article of General Khan to say actually this thing is eroding the name of the police. I did respond, but sending it is not saying I promote what is happening or it must escalate or whatsoever. As I have said, including our communication, they are publishing the same thing, negative or positive, for us to see, and then in a way of ensuring that we deal with that, if it may, internal. But if ever it's a sin for me to send it to somebody I know what I have seen, then I apologize.
But General, you could not have been sharing with Sergeant Nkosi so that we can deal with it internally, to use your word. He's far junior in the organization, so that could not have been the reason that you share with him these bad stories, what you identify as being bad for the reputation of the SAPS that's playing out in the public. There has to be another reason why you're sharing with this junior employee.
I understand what the commissioner is saying. As I have indicated before, that Sergeant Nkosi is close to lots of senior officers, and whatever information is getting, he will share with me. And if you check most of this sharing, it comes from his side, not from my side. So, yes, he's junior. The only one where I have seen something which I think as a junior, I was also worried to say, where does it come from? It's only that one page of the audit, because it was confidential, to say where do you get this, and it in future can get you into problems. Whoever send you, if